Have you noticed that climbing stairs is getting harder, that carrying grocery bags requires more effort, or that getting up from a chair seems like a huge effort? After all, now you need to hold onto your hands or something around you for support. Have you noticed that your legs are thinner, your arms feel too light, and without realizing it, you have more trouble balancing? If this sounds familiar, it may seem like a simple consequence of aging, but I assure you, these signs aren't just natural things that come with age. They can indicate something much deeper going on inside your body. What's behind muscle loss after 60 may surprise you. The number one cause isn't lack of exercise, a poor diet, or a lack of motivation. It could be a silent process that begins within your body's cells, reducing your strength even when you remain active and eat well. It's a phenomenon called anabolic resistance, a decline in your body's ability to convert protein into muscle, even with adequate intake. Over time, even those who work out or engage in physical activity experience muscle thinning. This process is fueled by silent inflammation, poor sleep quality, constant stress, and even medications that many seniors regularly take. The problem is that the body stops responding to nutritional stimuli to maintain and rebuild muscle. You may eat enough protein, but your body doesn't utilize it as well as before. The result? Muscle shrinkage, strength loss, stability loss, and the biggest risk, falls and loss of autonomy. And here's what few people know. This decline doesn't happen suddenly. It begins imperceptibly. First, you feel that carrying light weight is more tiring, then that getting up without help is a challenge, until you reach a point where climbing stairs seems like a Herculean task. Often, the signs are both physical and functional. Clothes that don't fit well on your thighs or arms, frequent tripping on small steps, fatigue after walking a few blocks. All of these signals that your body is crying out for attention and require you to intervene before the situation worsens. The silver lining? There are practical, natural strategies that can break this silent cycle. With the right habits, specific foods, simple exercises, and powerful recipes, it's possible to regain lost strength, rediscover energy, and protect your independence. Today, I'll show you exactly how to reverse this invisible process from the inside out, even after 60. No complicated science, no empty promises, just efficient, direct, and transformative care. Let's discover together the number one cause of muscle loss and what to do now. If you want to regain your strength and protect your independence after 60, sign up now. Your body deserves this change. Imagine your body as a constantly renewing structure where the building blocks are proteins. With each meal, you consume these building blocks, hoping they'll reach your muscles, helping with rebuilding and maintaining strength. But after age 60, your body begins to suffer from something called anabolic resistance, and that's when everything changes. Even if you're eating well, eating meat, eggs, milk, or supplements, these building blocks aren't being used as they should. They're simply not absorbed as efficiently. And the worst part? This happens silently. You keep eating, but your muscles keep disappearing. It's like trying to fill a leaky bucket. The effort is there, but the results never appear. And what causes this? Largely, silent inflammation spread throughout the body, caused by accumulated stress, poor sleep, and a diet that inflames rather than nourishes. Furthermore, medications such as corticosteroids, antidepressants, or even some for high blood pressure, when used for a long time, can accelerate this resistance. In other words, your body begins to resist its own care. What was once simple, like walking to the grocery store, climbing a flight of stairs, or carrying a grandchild, begins to demand more than the body can deliver. This progressive fragility is what makes anabolic resistance the most dangerous invisible enemy of old age. But the good news is that there are ways to combat this. And in the next step, you'll learn how to start reversing this process today. You start to notice small difficulties in your daily life. Opening a can of preserves requires more effort than before. Getting up from a chair without support no longer happens as automatically. These are subtle signs, but when combined, they reveal a worrying condition: sarcopenia, the progressive muscle loss that affects millions of people over 60. And the body warns, but we often ignore it. The first sign many people report is loss of strength in simple activities. You're surprised to no longer be able to turn a lid easily, carry a grocery bag, or push a shopping cart without discomfort. Then comes something more dangerous: tripping. You start to fall frequently or stumble on low steps, even at home. It's not a lack of attention, it's a loss of muscle mass in the legs, which affects balance and stability. Another visual warning appears in front of the mirror. Clothes that once fit well now feel loose around the thighs, buttocks, or arms. It's not about weight loss. The weight may even be the same, but rather muscle loss. And along with this loss comes pain. Muscle aches that arise even without exertion, at the end of the day or during rest, as if the body had performed intense exercise but for no apparent reason. The weakened muscle loses elasticity and becomes more sensitive, causing frequent discomfort. And finally, the most common and most overlooked symptom, fatigue. Walking a few blocks, climbing a flight of stairs, or even doing simple household chores become exhausting activities. Energy disappears, and the previous energy seems like something from another life. These 5 signs are like a silent siren. Your body is screaming for help, asking for real nutrition, proper movement, and muscle stimulation. If they're showing up, don't wait for things to get worse before taking action. In the next step, I'll show you a simple, practical recipe used for centuries by active seniors in Japan that can help restore your strength and stop this weakening process. Let's learn together. Now that you understand the signs and the invisible cause of muscle loss, it's time to give your body a powerful boost, straight from Japanese wisdom. This simple yet extremely effective recipe has been used for centuries by elderly Japanese to maintain strength, vitality, and muscle firmness even in old age. It's a morning drink made with 3 natural ingredients, which together form a true anti-sarcopenia elixir. The first is black sesame tea, an ancient seed, rich in calcium, magnesium, iron, and, most importantly, antioxidants like sesame and vitamin E. It helps strengthen muscles and bones, as well as combat free radicals that accelerate cellular aging. Simply lightly toast a tablespoon of black sesame seeds, grind, and steep in 300 milliliters of hot water. To this infusion, add half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. This golden ingredient is known for its natural anti-inflammatory power. And here's the secret. For turmeric to be absorbed with maximum efficiency, it needs to be activated with a pinch of black pepper. The piperine in pepper enhances the absorption of curcumin, turmeric's active ingredient, by up to 2,000%. The result is a drink that, besides being delicious, helps your body better utilize the proteins you consume, protecting muscle fibers from the natural degradation of aging. This drink should preferably be taken on an empty stomach to activate your metabolism and prepare your body for the nutrients from breakfast. However, it can also be consumed before main meals as a strengthening ritual. Within a few days of use, you'll begin to notice more energy, less muscle pain, and, over time, a real improvement in muscle firmness and tone. This is one of the most natural, affordable, and effective ways to begin breaking the cycle of muscle loss. Right now in the comments, I will have strong muscles, and make a commitment to your health and independence. Right after your morning drink, the next step to curbing muscle loss and rebuilding strength is a proper breakfast. For those over 60, this time of day can't be wasted on empty calories or foods that inflame the body. Your body needs real fuel, and the first essential is scrambled eggs with turmeric. They provide high-quality protein and choline, an essential nutrient for muscles and brain function. Turmeric, mixed with the eggs, enhances the anti-inflammatory effects and aids in muscle fiber recovery. Pair this with a slice of sourdough bread, much more digestible than regular white bread, and top with avocado spread, rich in good fats, magnesium, and potassium, nutrients that help prevent cramps and strengthen muscles. To round off this breakfast, a glass of natural acerola juice blended with a teaspoon of chia seeds. Acerola is rich in vitamin C, which aids iron absorption and collagen synthesis, while chia provides fiber, omega-3s, and vegetable protein. Avoid the temptation to indulge in cookies, sugary cereals, white bread, or that sugary coffee. These foods inflame the body, hinder nutrient absorption, and accelerate muscle weakening. Prioritize real, colorful, natural, and protein-rich foods. A complete and intelligent breakfast like this not only protects your muscles, but also improves your balance, mood, and energy for the rest of the day. Even before getting out of bed, your body needs to be carefully prepared. This moment, which many overlook, can be crucial for maintaining muscle strength and avoiding falls throughout the day. The ritual begins with 3 deep breaths while still lying down. Inhale slowly through your nose. Count to 4, hold for 2 seconds, and release through your mouth. This helps oxygenate the brain, relax the nervous system, and safely awaken the body. Next, move your ankles in circles, 10 times to each side. This simple movement activates circulation in your legs and awakens the muscles in your feet and calves, key areas for balance. Next, stretch your arms upward, as if trying to reach the ceiling. Hold this stretch for 30 seconds. This gesture activates the muscles in your shoulders, back, and abdomen, which are essential for maintaining posture and preventing pain throughout the day. When getting out of bed, do so slowly. Stand next to the bed and perform a fundamental exercise. Rise on your tiptoes and slowly lower yourself, repeating this movement 10 times. It may seem simple, but this is one of the most powerful movements for activating the deep calf muscles, which act like a pump to drive blood back to the heart, and also for strengthening the ankles and knees. This short circuit, which takes less than 5 minutes, stimulates body awareness, improves muscle tone, and trains balance. For many older adults, the problem isn't walking. It's getting up, taking the first steps of the day when the body is still disconnected and vulnerable to imbalances. Incorporating this ritual every day is like training your body to wake up with stability, strength, and focus. And now that your body is active, let's move on to the next step. The Japanese gentle strengthening technique that anyone can do at home, without equipment, and which reactivates muscles you didn't even know were dormant. This technique is as simple as it is powerful, and has been used for decades by the oldest Japanese, especially those who remain active even at 90, 100, or older. It's the functional squat with support, an ancient exercise that reconnects the body with its core strength. Begin by positioning a sturdy chair behind you, preferably against a wall to prevent slipping. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart, parallel, and firmly planted on the floor. Now, slowly squat down as if you were going to sit in the chair, but without touching it. Keep your arms extended in front of you, as if balancing your body. When you reach the seat, stop, feel the tension in your thighs and glutes, and then return to the starting position using the strength of your legs, without momentum. Repeat this movement 5 to 10 times, respecting your limits and focusing on the quality of the movement, not the quantity. This exercise activates the large leg muscles, quadriceps, glutes, and calves, which are the foundation of functional strength. These are the muscles you use to get up from the couch, climb stairs, carry a bag, or, most importantly, prevent falls. And more than that, squats stimulate the natural production of hormones that preserve lean muscle mass, improve balance, and protect the knee and hip joints. For older adults, they become a kind of functional life insurance, helping them maintain autonomy even as they age. The beauty of this practice lies in its simplicity. You don't need a gym or expensive equipment. Just a chair, a few minutes a day, and the willingness to strengthen your foundation. Over time, you'll notice not only firmer legs but also more confidence in everyday activities, standing up without fear, walking on uneven sidewalks, even dancing with more ease. And when combined with previous habits, such as morning breathing and proper nutrition, this exercise becomes a true pillar of support for a long, active, and independent life. And speaking of support, let's now move on to the final point of this strengthening plan, committing to your mission of preserving your vitality. If you're over 60, know that every muscle you preserve is like vital insurance against falls, hospitalizations, and loss of independence. Physical strength is what sustains your freedom to come and go, to hug, dance, and live with dignity. And this strength can be rebuilt at any time, with the right habits and small daily decisions. Comment now, I choose to become stronger after 60, and send this video to someone you love. Here's an age-old tip that can help you live over 100 years in good health. Click the video below, because it's never too late to regain your strength.